I didn't really like that one. She's very warm.
We're gonna taste test all this water and put it in our order for worst to best.
So do you prefer water bottles or tap water?
I guess tap water because both of us use Hydro Flasks. Yeah. Favorite water brand?
Okay, so my favorite water brand is Dasani.
I don't know. My favorite water brand is Just Water. Jaden Smith, sponsor me. Let's go.
Okay, what water do you think is safer, bottled water or tap water?
I think bottled water is safer. My dad bought one of those like particle tester, like it like measures how many particulate particles things are in the water, and we measured from the bottled water and the tap water, and the bottled water had a lot less, so that's why I feel safer with bottled water.
Bottle brand.
Kirkland all the way.
I like Fiji water.
I actually did the research a long time ago because I was actually pretty curious about all of this and the different pHs of water. So I found out that actually tap water isn't as bad as people think, especially, well, in other countries it may be, but in the United States we actually do a lot to make sure that our tap water is drinkable.
Test every water and then like have your own comments on
different.
them. Yeah.
I don't like the aftertaste.
Okay, that one's like more than the
We're gonna put it in the mess section.
Yeah. Okay, next one. You can start doing the next one. Can you have like epic music over this? That one's so
Okay. That's not even that bad. That's like, I put this in the middle so far.
Really?
I need something to cleanse my palate.
That's what I said.
Tastes so different. Okay, that one like tastes like nothing. I think it's.
Yeah.
I agree. This is Arrowhead. I have a feeling.
This is our final
Yeah.
order.
And this is from worst to best.
Okay, and then which one do you think is the tap water?
That's
This one.
one.
It has
That
a
one?
really metallic taste.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys which one's which now, okay?
Okay.
So your third to last one, that's Arrowhead.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then the one right before that, that's Fiji, number 2.
What?
And
Wow, I
then-
That did
Fiji
not
would be
taste
higher.
like Fiji.
I thought Fiji would be.
I've drank Fiji many times in my life. This is a scam.
Oh, the one that we
Okay.
kind of like.
Yeah.
Okay, that's exciting.
Number 3 was tap water, so.
This one.
Hey!
No, it's not small. It's just tap water.
Tap water.
That one tasted nasty.
Okay, and then 4 was Evian.
Where's 4?
Right
It's
here.
the second to last
Oh,
one.
that.
Oh my god, that was bad. That was so bad.
And then number 5, which is like the one right next to the top water. Okay, that one's some Korean one. What's it?
Yeah, I was getting there.
Sandasu.
Yeah, it's
Korean water.
It's like a
Okay.
like fancy Korean water.
Okay.
And then number 6, which is your second to last one. That's like the cheaper Korean water.
Oh.
And then 7, which is the one right before it, that's Voss. And then 8, which is your number 1, is the drinking water from school.
Yeah!
Do you guys have any closing thoughts? And then can you say goodbye?
Stay hydrated. Oh, I think we definitely like the tap water better than like regular water. Cause like this was coming from school. And
Yeah.
like, this one was tap water, and then this are like bottled. Yeah. Tap water isn't bad.
I want to know more about what these water companies actually do in their factories, and if taste has anything to do with cleanliness. So yeah, you should research that.
Like I could taste the difference between them. And that's why I knew that the one that tasted
Fiji?
the cleanest was probably Fiji. Because
But I also know that some companies add like flavorings in it, so that's probably why.
Wow, I'm shocked. I thought Arrowhead would be far over here. I like always make it like a stigma when I see people drinking Arrowhead. I'm like, ew.
We can't tell water apart because I mean we all thought these taste the same. So I guess it's basically just goes to show like, I mean, you don't really know what the water is and what's in the water until after it kills you. So yeah, just make sure your water's filtered. You won't be able to tell the difference.
Alright, say
All right,
thank
bye.
you.
Bye.
Thanks, like and subscribe, whatever. I appreciate it. Appreciate you. Thank you. Have a good day.
Americans throw away 35 billion plastic water bottles per year.
BC's Drinking Water Protection Act requires municipalities to publicly report water quality monitoring testing results to their consumers on an annual basis, including all chemicals and microbiological parameters. For bottlers, transparency is restricted to the limited information reported on the labels. Health Canada is presently reviewing these labeling requirements.
Hi, Hagen Feed. We're here with Steven and Michelle, and we're gonna test the pH of the water. And today, the reason why we wanted to test the pH of the water is because we read an article and it was stating that all the bottled waters are more acidic than any tap water that we might have access to. And so we are trying to test the pH of the water and see if that was true. Yeah, so let's get started.
Nad, the chemistry expert, helping out with the pH probe. So first, we're just gonna rinse the pH probe to make sure that it's working. It's all good? Okay. Subin, do you want to do the honors? First one.
Yes. So number 1 was Arrowhead, and let's see. And it hasn't been stopping, but it's around 6 point. Okay, it's going up still. It goes up still. Okay, 6.6. 6.69.
Water quality refers to the chemical, biological, physical characteristics of water. The measure of the condition of water is relative to the requirements of one or more biotic species.
Also, 2.1% of children under the age of 5 and under had elevated lead chemicals levels before the switch, but after this, number rose to 4%.
Rinse it off with distilled water once again.
And then number 2, do you want to do it? Okay, I'll do it. I like that.
Can you hold this?
Number 2 is Fiji. Yeah. Tens of millions of people in Bangladesh have been exposed to arsenic from contaminated groundwater. Also, every year in developing countries, 70% of the industrial waste is dumped into untreated water, and that could potentially harm the citizens. 3, which is the tap water, is next. Subin, would you like to use it? All right. 7.0103. BC's Drinking Water Protection Act requires municipalities to publicly report water quality monitoring results to their consumers on an annual basis, including all chemicals and microbiological parameters.
And the next one is Evian.
In the United States, there are thought to be over 20,000 known abandoned and uncontrolled hazardous waste sites, and these sites could contaminate the groundwater if there is a leak. And this one is the Korean Samdas water. Ooh, that's kind of scary. Okay, it's more basic than the rest of it. It's like 7.48.
Unlike municipal water, bottled water contains no chlorine residual. Therefore, proper transport, use, and storage is essential to preserve its microbiological integrity. On the other hand, chlorine residual must be maintained in the distribution for tap water.
The next one is the cheaper version of the Korean water. And that's around 7.13.
Yeah. In developing countries, 70% of industrial water is dumped into untreated water systems, which can potentially harm the citizens.
Now it's the last one, the boss.
What about number 8?
Oh, that's true. This is the last bottled water, 7.51.
Worldwide, nearly 2 billion people drink contaminated water.
Okay. Then the last one is the drinking fountain water from our school. We did the rest of the water testing for pH, and we found out that the article was not completely true. Some of them were more basic and some of them were more acidic, and we don't know what the real reason is, but we're gonna do more research and we're gonna come up with it.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure being your chemist.
Thanks. Bye.